You think Cristiano Ronaldo buys the most expensive things in the world? Think again. Sure, he's got the mansions, the private jets, the record-breaking contracts, but when it comes to yachts, the man who's supposed to have everything doesn't even make the top 3 among footballers. His floating getaway cost him around $6 million. Pocket change compared to what's coming next. So who actually beat the Portuguese superstar, spending more than 3 times as much, over $20 million, on a floating palace? It's not Messi. It's not who you'd expect at all. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly who's really winning the yacht game in football. Every summer, while fans are glued to transfer rumors and preseason friendlies, football's biggest stars quietly disappear onto the Mediterranean, the Balearics, or the Caribbean, aboard yachts that cost more than most people will earn in a lifetime. Ronaldo's boat gets all the Instagram attention, but the real story of football's most expensive super yacht is far less obvious and far more interesting. The former Real Madrid and Spain captain has also joined the yacht-owning club. Ramos reportedly owns a Fairline Squadron 78, an 80-foot vessel valued at approximately £4.8 million, or roughly $6 million. It includes 4 cabins, luxury interiors, entertainment facilities, and water sports equipment, making it, like several boats on this list, more of a family getaway vessel than a floating hotel, typically operated with a crew of 4 to 5. Ronaldo is arguably the most photographed footballer at sea, and for years he chartered a well-known vessel called Africa One before reportedly buying a yacht of his own. According to multiple reports, he purchased a 26.8-meter, 88-foot Azimut superyacht built at the shipyard's base in Viareggio, Italy, said to have been bought following Juventus's Serie A title win at the conclusion of the 2019/2020 season. Reports place its value at around £5.5 million, roughly $6.3 million. The yacht, sometimes referred to as the Azimut Grande 27 metri, is built for family holidays rather than record-breaking size. It comes with 5 luxury cabins, 6 bathrooms, 2 relaxation areas, a spacious lounge, a dining room, a contemporary kitchen, and full-height windows. A boat of this size typically operates with a crew of 4 to 6, a captain, engineer, deckhands, and a chef or stewardess, modest by superyacht standards, but more than enough to run a smooth, private holiday for Ronaldo's family. Some outlets have also cited weekly charter rates in the region of $30,000 for comparable vessels of this class, though Ronaldo's own boat is understood to be for private use rather than commercial hire. Beckham's yacht may be the most personal of them all, named after the number he wore for club and country. He and Victoria Beckham own 7, a super yacht named after his iconic jersey number, which also happens to be his favorite number and the middle name of their daughter Harper. The boat, a Riva Argo 90, was purchased in December 2021 from the Italian luxury yacht manufacturer Ferretti for $6.6 million. A relatively modest outlay for a couple with a combined net worth of nearly $671 million. Other reports describe Beckham's vessel as a 27-meter, 89-foot Horizon E88, developed by the Taiwanese yard Horizon Yachts, nicknamed the Sophisticated Lady, which can accommodate up to 8 people, suggesting the couple may own more than one boat, or that reporting on the exact model has varied over time. Either way, it's built for small family trips rather than large-scale entertaining, perfect for Victoria, Brooklyn, Romeo, Cruz, and Harper to unwind together, typically with a crew of 3 or 4 aboard to keep the operation intimate rather than showy. Neymar's yacht has one of the more touching backstories on this list. He purchased his yacht when he was still playing for Barcelona back in 2012 and named it after his mother, Nadine. The vessel is an Azimut 78, valued at around $8 million, featuring 4 cabins and capacity to carry 8 guests, with a single open living area furnished with plush sofas that reaches speeds of 31 knots, 57 kilometers per hour. A yacht of this size generally runs with a small crew of 3 to 5, including a captain and a stewardess chef, since it is designed as a fast, comfortable day and weekend boat rather than a liveaboard vessel for weeks at sea. Unlike Ronaldo, Messi has historically preferred to charter rather than buy, though several recent reports now describe him as the owner of a yacht named 7C. Built by the Italian yard Maiora, the vessel is a 92-foot yacht with 4 ensuite cabins, luxury entertainment spaces, a spacious outdoor deck, and premium leisure facilities, and has become a familiar sight in the Mediterranean, especially near Ibiza and Formentera, where the football legend regularly spends his summer holidays. Estimates of its price vary depending on the source, ranging from roughly $12.2 million up to $14 million. Some reports note that the same class of Maiora yacht can be rented for around $45,000 per week when chartered rather than privately owned. A boat of this size and specification usually carries a crew of 5 to 7, enough to cover navigation, housekeeping, and catering for Messi's extended circle of family, friends, and former Barcelona teammates who are regularly photographed joining him on board. It's worth noting that reporting on Messi's yacht ownership is genuinely mixed. Some outlets describe him only as a frequent charterer of similar vessels, rather than an outright owner, since, as one report put it, Messi is not currently known to own his own yacht, but he has regularly been photographed chartering multi-million-pound yachts with his partner and a number of former Barcelona teammates. Whichever is accurate, the 7C has become inseparable from his name in the yachting press. True to his reputation for supreme, occasionally self-mythologizing confidence, Zlatan named his yacht Unknown. He took delivery of the second hull in Benetti's 34M Oasis line, named Unknown, in 2022. The vessel features the trademarked Oasis deck, a spacious area designed for relaxation and entertainment, with an RWD-designed exterior. Some reports put its cost at roughly 18.5 million euros for the 34.6-meter vessel, which can reach speeds of around 30 knots. At this size, a crew of 6 to 8 is typical, covering the captain, engineering, deck, and interior service roles needed to run a yacht in the true superyacht category, generally defined as 24 meters or longer. Among the footballers on this list, Zlatan's is the most expensive by a clear margin. If you want to see what a genuine, no-expense-spared superyacht looks like, you have to look past the players and toward the men who own the clubs. Tottenham Hotspur's majority owner, Joe Lewis, owns the Abeking and Rasmussen-built Aviva, a 98.4-meter vessel worth $250 million, with a hybrid drive system that allows for smooth maneuvering and a silent 11-knot running at night. Aviva can accommodate up to 16 guests in 8 suites, with capabilities of carrying up to 35 crew on board. Its most famous feature is arguably its sporting one. The brief for the yacht was reportedly to build a big yacht around a paddle tennis court, which measures 20 meters long by 10 meters wide. Then there's Newcastle United, owned via a Saudi-backed consortium chaired by Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, who is believed to own Serene, purchased in 2014 for roughly 500 million euros. Built by Fincantieri, the 133.9-meter vessel is one of the largest privately owned yachts on the planet, with 2 helicopter landing pads, multiple swimming pools, a spa, a sauna, a snow room, and an outdoor cinema, plus an indoor climbing wall, a children's playroom, and an underwater viewing room with space for a large submarine, all spread across more than 4,000 square meters of interior space, designed to sleep up to 24 guests in 12 suites. A vessel of this scale requires a full hotel-sized crew, commonly 40 to 60 staff on yachts in this size class, to keep every system, guest, and amenity running around the clock. Set side by side, the gap is striking. The footballers on this list, Ramos, Ronaldo, Beckham, Neymar, Messi, and Ibrahimović, mostly own vessels in the 25 to 35 meter range, worth somewhere between $6 million and $20 million, crewed by a handful of staff built for privacy and family time rather than spectacle. These are, by industry standards, luxury motor yachts rather than true mega yachts.